What's going on, guys? I hope that you're all having a wonderful day today. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Ty, and today in this video, we're going to be talking about Creature Commandos, the brand new animated series that is kicking off the DCU, our brand new superhero universe. Ever since this universe was basically announced like 2 years ago by James Gunn, even since James Gunn was made the CEO, especially because he's pretty much my favorite director, I was thrilled for this universe. But after 2 years of production updates and, news and castings, we finally have a tangible project that we can actually watch because these episodes are out now and I want to just dive into talking about them. The first 2 episodes dropped, like I said, just the premiere. I believe it's 7 episodes long, but yeah, let's just get right into this. Jumping into talking about Creature Commandos here, just to give you guys a little bit of, background and context, I was really excited for this universe. I could not be more excited, but at the same time, I wasn't really, head over heels about Creature Commandos from an excitement standpoint. It was a James Gunn project, so I was pretty hyped. I was garnering some excitement, but I wasn't exactly thrilled to the level of, Superman or even Peacemaker Season 2. But either way, I was intrigued by this project, and I thought that it definitely had potential. I just had to watch it. And now that I've seen just those first 2 episodes, I cannot wait for the rest of this season. Even though I didn't have too much excitement going into the show, now I am hooked. What they were able to do in these 2 relatively short episodes, just to kick off this relatively short season, was very impressive. These episodes are very dense. There's a lot of information being thrown at you. There's a good amount of characters in here, but everything is fleshed out to the perfect degree. It is paced so well, and there's just such great time management within these 2 episodes. I think it's awesome that we're able to have just a very short show like this. We don't need, hour-long episodes, because honestly, I think maybe they could drag. I like that they're very compact. We're getting straight to the point. We're cutting right to the chase. And I think that format for this show has worked in these first 2 episodes so far. I can't speak for the rest of the series, but either way, I think it's great. I'm not necessarily a big animated series person. Like, I like animated movies, like, Spider-Verse, this and that. But either way, I've only seen a couple of DC animated movies. I know that a lot of people like them. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but something about this just scratches an itch in my brain, and especially on the animation side of things. I feel like a lot of the DC animation I don't really love, but in this show, the color palettes are phenomenal. And even though it's just 2D animation, they're able to give every single shot some depth with their use of shadows. It looks so crisp and clean. The characters, whenever they're on screen, even though the backgrounds are beautiful, I feel like they just stand out. And I don't know what, the science behind that is, but the colors on their body is just so crisp and clean and vibrant, and the saturation is just so satisfying to look at that it really makes for some incredible animation, even though you could say it's a lot more simpler compared to, again, something like Spider-Verse or something like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. But either way, it's just awesome. It's bloody, it's gory, it's sexual, it's funny. I think that it being rated R really elevates it and makes it very clear that this universe is going to be doing a lot of different things than the MCU, because the way I look at it is, hey, we're launching into the DCU with an R-rated project, or TVMA is what they call it, for television series, whereas with the MCU, it took 50 projects practically to make an R-rated, project. I don't want to sit here and just compare, apples to oranges, but either way, I'm just saying, I really enjoy the episodic structure that we have here. And don't get me wrong, it's a TV series. Of course, it has episodes, but I feel like a lot of TV series, they don't really worry about the individual conflicts within each episode, or kind of, book-ending episodes. But I like that this first episode kind of just set up our team and introduced us to our characters. We got a little bit of background on each of them. We understand their personalities just on a basic level, especially because, again, there's 7 or 8 or 9 characters that are in the forefront here, and we only have 23 minutes in an episode. But then in the second episode, it's kind of the same thing where we're kind of just getting into the conflict, but now we're focusing on the bride. So we're kind of diving into the background, and after that second episode, we understand everything that there is to know about her background, at least everything relevant. And you feel bad for her, you understand her story, and you understand who she is. And I like that, and there's also a trailer at the end. We can see that they're going to be doing that with each character in each episode. The teaser trailer at the end of episode 2 basically said, hey, next episode we're going to be going into G.I. Robot's background. And I'm already intrigued because you were able to hook me with his personality just in these first 2 episodes, from his little quips and his little conversations. But either way, just the fact that we're going to be going even deeper, I really enjoy that, because it feels like in each episode we have the main conflict, with a subplot of a background of a character. I think that's very intriguing. Speaking of our characters though, seriously, diving into this team here, they're very different from the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're very different from the Suicide Squad. Even though this is almost like another Suicide Squad, they are instinctively the Creature Commandos. They're different, and maybe it's just because of the medium and that it's animation. Maybe it's because this is rated R. Whatever you want to say, it just has this flavor, and all these characters just feel very unique. I love the gothic tone that we have here. What I mean by that is that it almost matches like the vibe of the Creature Commandos logo. I don't know if you guys have seen like the font of it, but that's just what it feels like. It has this Castlevania, vampiric style to it that I really like. It's edgy, it's gory, and again, the action, it's just so jam-packed and dense to where you don't even want to look away from the screen for a second, because there's either an emotional moment, there's something interesting being set up, or we're going into some of the characters' backgrounds, and I just found it so awesome. So what do I give the first 2 episodes of this series? I think that the first 2 episodes of Creature Commandos is gonna get a 4 out of 5 for me. Super solid start for this show, and don't get me wrong, they can only build on it from here. I'm gonna be doing a review at the end of the season as well, but Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr., such awesome casting. His voice acting was amazing, and the way that he plays off of all these characters, the way that this team is sort of coming together, and you see this conflict with Circe at the forefront as the villain. I'm excited to see where this goes, especially because we're clearly just getting started. But guys, that's going to just about do it for this video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.